Okay, hello, this is Mike Iconelli. My actual name is Keenan Bliss, but whatever, I just named Iconelli because he's my role model. But anyway, I'm here to talk about soft plastics today and when to use them, what to use. I just got, like a pile of them here. Not all of them, but my favorites, or just, some I want to talk about. But anyway, let's get started. Start off with Berkeley Powerbait Power Worms. These are really nice, and yeah, they're just fun to use. I like to Texas rig them, and yeah, I'll Texas rig them and I'll just swim them up, and let them drop, and swim them up and let them drop. Just do that kind of thing over like logs and stuff. Same thing with where are they? Doing U-tails, I just don't use these as much. I use them when I'm fishing for smallmouth, like active fish, because they tear up the baits easily, and I don't want them to waste my good lures. Berkeley Powerbait Power Grub, nice lures. I mean, I love them. I like to fish with them. They're like swim baits that go deep for me. They have like a rocking motion, and I like to fish them on a jig head with the point of the tail facing up. It's called a tail down technique. I don't know why they call it down, but it's really up. So I'll put them on a jig head, a nice and heavy one, and I'll just, pretty much fish with them freestyle on the smallmouth bass up north. See, I'm in Pennsylvania. No big fish around here, absolutely none. You have to really work for them. And I have Rage. They're like frogs. I'll rig them on like a 4-aught hook, I guess. I don't know, something like that, and like a worm, extra wide gap. I'll fish them weightless, just cast them out as far as I can, just punch them, and reel them in like on the top of the water so they make a disturbance like a buzz bait, but they're a soft plastic, which is really cool. I like that. They do sink pretty fast for just weightless baits, but that's what I like to do. I like to fish them like a buzz bait around lily pads and stuff, weedless. These guys right here, Yum Dingers. I like these. They're watermelon gold flake. They're pretty cool. I like to fish them like jerk baits sometimes. One time I wasn't catching anything, and I just Texas rigged one of these things because I was out of ideas and fished it like a jerk bait. And I caught a 2-pounder, which was pretty awesome. And Mike Iconelli said, "Never give up." That's his motto. And guess what? I didn't give up. So Yum Dinger is good, and also for wacky rigging. And then there's Berkeley Powerbait Realistics. I fished with these a couple times. They're really fun. Like nose hook them, they sink pretty fast. You just cast them like under docks. I like to use these in post spawn because you fish them slow and at any depth. So when the fish are just looking for an easy meal, this is what you want to use for post spawn. Use them in the river for this shad color. And there's the Shaw Pro Series. Jerk baits. Don't get them. I mean, I got a lot of hits on them. It's just like the hollow belly, Berkeley hollow belly, but it's the same thing. It's because you rig this one up Texas rigged, and it never penetrates, and you rig up the Berkeley hollow belly with a swim bait hook, and it never penetrates. So it's like the same thing with them. They're fun to use. Like I nose hook them. Sometimes for top water if I'm just want to try something new. In a pond or in a farm pond or something. Never for a tournament or a derby. But yeah, that's what I do. And then there's these gulp. I put them in the same package because of space, and the other package busted, so I got gulp all over the floor of my mom's car. She got pretty pissed off. And well, I have the sinking minnows. They're like greenish-ish. I don't know. Like watermelon black flake. They are gulp. They're fun to wacky rig. That's what I'll do with them. Or I'll nose hook them again. They're big bass. They target big bass. But usually wacky rigging because they're pretty big. They're like 6-inch. And there's the natural worms. See them at the bottom? I'll only use them on like when there's creeks emptying into a larger like river or something, or lake even. And or when there's runoff, like after a rain in shallow water. It's like a clear water bait. It's natural color. And I can get these guys right here. Man, I didn't get a lot of stuff. Alright, well, let's start out with these. Berkeley Gulp minnows. I like these. Put them on a big jig head and just throw them out, let them sink to the bottom, and just pop them up. I like to fish them in channels when there's various depths and you can't reach them with a crankbait. Just fish them down low. These catch smallmouth bass a lot. They do catch largemouth bass, but you need the bigger kind. These small ones don't really catch largemouths that much. But anyway, yeah, these are fun baits to use. They're like my go-to for channels and stuff, cold water channels. These right here, the power bait, Berkeley, they're like old. I found them on a tackle box one time, but I caught a fish on them and then I got really happy. So I keep using them sometimes. They're ribbed and they work nice around weeds. Zoom mini lizards. I do live in Pennsylvania, and like I don't really use lizards much. I like the action of these though, because I tried them on a pond once. I didn't catch anything though. I just figured it'd be good to have lizards just in case, you know, gotta be prepared for anything. And I got my last thing for the packages is Zoom baby brush hog. I like the Carolina rig these, Texas rig, smaller hook. Usually a sharper one like a Gamakatsu or a trocar, because they are pretty tough plastics. Fish them around like cattails and lily pads, stuff like that. So, Zoom. Now I'm going to show you something. I haven't showed it to anyone except my mom yet, because I just really got a couple things for it. And I didn't finish it up yet, because I only went shopping once. It is February, and I'm iced out. So right here, I call it my panic box. I have a few lures so far. I mean, like I said, I didn't put them all in yet. And we'll start out with the Yamasenkos. I love Yamasenkos. They're pretty much like one of my go-to baits, or if I'm just fishing for fun. I'll wacky rig them if I'm fishing for fun, like top water. Might even use them. A flea flicker jig head from True Tungsten for a weighted one. You know, wacky rig them on the bottom, which is kind of a cool thing that the fish haven't seen. So, or I'll put a jig head on this and just drop it and pop it. And I kind of train my brain to time it. And right before it hits the bottom, you want to pop it back up, and it's great. It's deadly for smallmouth. I catch small largemouth on these, the 3-inch. Same techniques, stuff like that. Yeah. But then a new bait from True Tungsten. It's called a stinger. A stinger worm. I just got them a little while ago. They're really cool baits. They got weight in the head, so you don't need to put a bullet weight on them. It gives it a very natural look. They do target big fish, and I put a little circle hook in them. I guess that's what I do. I mean, I didn't try them out yet, but they have a pretty good action in the water. I mean, I tried it in the water, but I didn't really fish with them yet. But yeah, they're pretty good finesse. And then there's these. I tried them last year. I got a new package of them. They're called Robo Worms. Get them at Dick's Sporting Goods. I really do suggest you get some. But here they are. They have like a layer of salt on the bottom for scent and stuff and taste. I don't use it, but it does help out when you're putting like Gulp Alive spray on it or something. It just holds in the scent. And don't wacky rig these worms. Nose hook them. And fish them in shallow water under docks and stuff. They do have a nice wiggle. These are like my last resort finesse baits because they have a really nice action. They're tapered and they're pretty cool. They're like what I use when I don't catch any fish at all. And oh yeah, another thing. A big freaking Senko, that's what it is. I got it for Christmas from my mom. 6-inch. I can't wait to try it out. I'll fish it at night or in like murky water or something. And I just need to give it a shot because it's a big bait. It's 6-inch Senko. You know, go for those big bass. At the lake that my local lake, well, it's not really local, but it's about 40 minutes away. It's called Lake Mach Chunk in Pennsylvania. You catch really big bass at night, but you catch like midget fish during the day. Like I'm saying, like 10 to 12 inches during the day. You're lucky because one time during the day I caught a 17-incher, which was really big, like because that's a small fish lake. Now, one of my best finesse baits I like. It's called a shaky tail. Really fun bait. It's one of the best actions. It's from Lucky Strike, and you want to rig it on a football head jig and just fish it like any other finesse bait. So it's really cool. I wish I had more time to tell you, but peace.